do drzwi, mam. Przyjść do drzwi.
What's your name?
I'm Sophia.
You're not Sophia, darling.
Yeah, I'm your
My
daughter.
daughter is different.
What's different about your daughter?
She's different. She's more smaller than you. Shorter.
I'm Sophia.
I can't believe it.
I'm losing you. I'm losing the woman who was once my mother. When I brought you to this place, you were angry and distressed. You thought I had robbed you of the home you loved, the home you spent 50 years creating. You thought I had abandoned you.
Dzisiaj taki długi dzień, prawda?
No, jest długi, tak.
Teraz długi dzień.
Tak, jest długi.
I've become the mother now. It's my job to care for you. That's what mothers do.
Do you remember who that is, Mum?
Tutaj?
Yeah.
No. To ty jesteś.
Yeah. That's you when you were in your 20s.
When I was young.
Yeah.
Ale niepodobna.
By the time this photo was taken, you had already lived through years of upheaval, survived a perilous journey.
Jakie to był life, prawda?
No.
Rozrzucony.
And when the turmoil was over, you found yourself in this strange land. This was your first real home. Not the one in Poland where you were born. This is where you became a mother. The first beats of my heart were in this land. You had no husband. I had no father.
No, to jest ty i to jest ja. A ty pamiętasz, jak ja byłam urodzona?
Tak.
Powiedz mi.
No to nie ma co powiedzieć coś. Była urodzona, ja była bardzo happy. Ja lubiłam, że ty jesteś.
You embraced your new role. You watched what other mothers did, and you copied them. You watched them read stories to their children. You didn't know how to read, so you put me to sleep by telling me stories of your life. How we came to be stranded in Africa. How you'd been sent to Siberia and barely got out alive. Stories of the new land we were going to. Instead of the home I was promised, you brought me to this place, and you left me here. You said you'd return, but I didn't believe you. It was here I found I could love you and hate you in equal measure. Over the years, I played my role as dutiful daughter. I played my role well, but some part of me never forgot you had abandoned me. My head and my heart were at war. In my heart, your crime made no sense. Mothers don't do what you did. Now I ask myself, did I judge you too harshly? And did I really know you at all? Maybe there are answers in a story I had once abandoned.
Take 5, take 1. 6, take 1.
17, take 1.
Yeah, because I like to be styled and beautiful.
You want to sit and smile.
When I was young, I had used your life to learn my skills as a storyteller. You don't remember my first faltering attempts.
Okay, Mum, what are you doing here?
Helen, why do you think Sophia's making this film?
She loved me.
Do you think your life is in any way extraordinary?
Yes, I love her too.
Soon after I started this story of yours, I put it away, unfinished. But now that I've found it again, the images show me that so many pieces of your story are missing. I need to know who you were. This woman who became my mother. I go searching for those missing pieces. And I begin at the very beginning. Your country is no longer the homeland you knew. The Second World War has changed its borders. If you came back now, you'd be a stranger, like me.
Dziękuję. Careful? Yes.
If it's family I'm looking for, my chances are slight. There's more than half a century of silence between you and the ones you had known here.
Podobało się?
No to co, widzisz, to jest to lepsze.
To jest to lepsze. Ja bym chciała zobaczyć, gdzie ja byłam.
No, to ty tutaj byłaś.
I find the house that belonged to your brother, Pavel.
I ona miała 2 bratów i siostry. No, to ja myślę, że to twój dom. No, ja myślę. Moja mama, czy jak ona tutaj mieszkała, by chciała zobaczyć. Tak.
То стоїть пустку і скажіть, що вже 20 років стоїть. Це чужі зовсім люди. Добре.
Tylko ten dom. Ja znalazłam dom.
To ty znalazła.
I feel strange in this house. I know for you it holds only sorrow.
Moi rodzice, nic nie pamiętam, bo ja była mała baby jeszcze i moi rodzice zmarli. Chciałam zobaczyć mamę moją i nigdy nie zobaczyła.
I wonder, is this the home of your own birth? Where your mother died within weeks of your arrival? And your father, by the time you were 6?
I like to know how my mother was looking. I didn't have photo, no pictures, nothing. I would give it anything when I would see my mother, when I would see her face.
А перед тим вона ще писала не терлетка.
Ну, а як ви кажете, шкварок Олена чи Галина?
Yeah, that's me.
Ona była młoda, Helena, ale już była dorosła.
Tak, ja.
Okay, so can you just explain that again about Katarina?
That Katerina was killed when she was a young. Ким вона була вбита? Як то
Я їх була щаслива.
Це коли русські прийшли.
When Soviet people came here,
Ну і
so she
нас
was
робили
killed.
чистку, розумієте? Ми Західна Україна.
She was running from them and they just застрелили.
Так.
Jaki rok?
Zabili ją.
Мама прислала своїх дочок.
Ty inna hirna?
To nie... Na Hirna, to nazwisko było na Hirnie.
Którego?
Mój uncle był na Hirnie.
I remember the stories of your uncle. He made you work on his farm.
He didn't want me. He had 5 children, everyone been to school. Just I didn't be. I think I was hated him for that. And I think I'd be very good in school if they would give me a chance. When I was older, I thought I'm nobody, because everybody have school and I didn't have it. I couldn't write my name, not even. And I was so embarrassing. I don't know why. You know, I'm still embarrassing now because I'm not been to school. I don't want nobody to see me. Nobody see me when I write my name. I was 9 or 10 years old, and my uncle, he threw me out. He said he didn't have a time for me. I didn't know what to do, where to go. When I was hungry, I still had some bread or something. Then I just, didn't have way to sleep. I wait for the night time and just go looking for some shit because I was frightened. See, I was growing in the street without people, nobody. Yeah.
What happened?
Nothing happened. I leave village, go to the town.
You leave and never return. You leave with no documents, no evidence of your existence. When I was young, you spoke of this town, Stanisław. It's where you spend the next 5 years of your life. How do you live here? How do you fend for yourself as you turn 11, 13, 15?
I was frightened. I thought if I be in the street, if I be myself, they can put me for the bed, company, prostitute or something. And I'm frightened. I was very, very frightened. But it didn't happen. Thanks God.
When I was young, I closed my ears to your stories. I listened to the whisperings of my equivocal heart. My heart asked the question, if you were this motherless orphan, how can you wish the same destiny on me? I'm 9 years old. I've been in the orphanage for 2 long years. On Sundays, I sit by the window and watch for your tram. You arrive one autumn day. You have a surprise. You're coming to take me home. You found a father for me, a husband for yourself. I should be grateful. I have a new home. But this is not what I want. I want you. Not this man who comes between us. I add this to the list of your crimes. You're busy making a home, making a life, making a family. One brother, then another. I feel no part of this new family. I turned 13, 14, 15. While you work at night, I hang round the streets. I dream of the day I can leave. You're 15 now. You're still on the streets of Stanisławów. There's talk of war. This means little to you. Then, a stroke of luck.
There was an old lady. She had a daughter and son-in-law. They wanted company to that lady. And I just go and walk with that lady. I come here and I wash it here. The war come. I thought, on my luck.
A catastrophe descends on your country. Hitler and Stalin have made a pact. They will divide Poland between them. Hitler invades while Stalin waits. Barely 2 weeks later, Stalin's own troops sweep in and claim this part of Poland. The part that belongs to you.
People are frightened. I didn't know how war what they're doing in the war, what war means. They said, you will see what it means, you soon. When I was asleep, somebody knocked at the door, and the man standing. He said, what are you doing here? I said, I'm working here. And look after the lady, she sleep. He said, nobody here, no lady, no daughter, no son-in-law, they all ran away last night. He said, out. And I out. Tonight, I see Russian soldiers everywhere. And I thought, oh my God, where I go now?
You're on the move again. I find this mysterious address. You list it as your last address in Poland.
Ty pamiętasz ulica Batorego, numer 11?
Ja się pamiętała, ale zapomniała.
Somehow you've made your way to Lwów, 130 kilometers from Stanisławów. The war is months old now. Homes have been destroyed. You're not the only one who needs to live on the streets. I find your mysterious address. Is this where you find a home before you leave Poland forever? Or is it this sheltered archway that you call your last address?
I didn't have nothing, no money, nothing to eat. But then I meet one Jewish man, and he have a bakery. He gave it me job, just wash the dishes. He have a girlfriend, and she didn't want me. Everything what I do is wrong.
Co to jest?
And then when she smacked me in the nose, all the blood coming in my dress everywhere.
I find no sign of your bakery, no trace of you here at all. But what I know is that from here, your life will change forever.
And I reported here to the Russian police. They arrested me with a gun. They give it 1 year jail for her and 1 for me. And yeah, I've been up there might be about 2 months. And now they took me to the Siberia.
Siberia. You use this word so casually, but the word will resonate throughout your life and mine. Stalin has wasted no time. From your part of Poland, in less than 2 years, up to 2 million of your countrymen will find themselves in hell. Teachers, farmers, whole families, and 16-year-old you. You told me once you were excited. You thought it was going to be an adventure.
They collected so many people. The train was like for the animals, you know, like for the cows. Not train like for the people. Didn't have windows. Just once in a day they opened the doors, but the soldiers was with the guns standing. We can just have a little bit fresh air, and that's shut again. Or in the train. One girl holded the blanket, another one holded another side, and you just do it. I was terrible. And then they give us a little fish, very salty to eat, and no water. He was licking that ice from that chest. And they fighting, because everybody like to have that ice, you know, touch it with the tongue, that ice. The Russian things, they took at all the rich people. The rich people was running by, and they took at poor people with their children, without clothes, without shoes. And then so many die, they just throw it out. I thought, oh my God, must be on me tomorrow.
For years, I wondered where fate had taken you. My only clue, something you'd once said.
They take us to Karelofensky.
But where in Russia is your prison camp? The whole country, it seems, is one big gulag.
Czy ty pamiętasz ten więzień w Karelofensky?
I chciałabym pamiętać, bo to mnie było ciekawe. Ale nie pamiętam.
Finally, I uncover a vital clue. The name of the camp you are sent to. Sosnowiecki Uchastek. This is the end of the line for you.
They are in bush, no houses. I thought that's finished. Then we walk and walk and walk.
You and your compatriots call this place Siberia, no matter which part of Russia you find yourselves in. Siberia is more than a place on a map. It's an idea. Siberia means prison. Siberia means banishment, hunger, and death.
then we see some big barrack. We didn't have where to sleep. There was just a desk. 30 people was on that. And no mattress, no blankets, no sheets. Just the clothes what we have. We put it in covering. We didn't have much to eat. We have 2 slices bread a day. Sometimes we have a very thin soup, like a water. And sometimes we have a horse meat. Everybody was hungry.
You once told me that eating only made you hungrier, that you hid your daily ration from yourself as much as from others. Each new day that dawns is your triumph over oblivion. You defiantly question why you've been brought here.
Sometimes I was punished when I complained because I said, I'm doing nothing wrong, and then they put me in a jail. Then soldier, he put me in the hall. You can sit, but you can't move. There was such a cold, snow. The snow was, you couldn't walk. I had to go all day in the snow, in a hot. And we did, that ice, we break it with the pig. My hands was like raw meat. When I come to the Siberia, I don't want to say that.
Go on. What?
That, I just started to be a girl.
Oh, you had your periods.
Yeah.
Just starting in Siberia. Can you remember that?
Oh, yeah, and I didn't have nothing to, my support, nothing. Oh, that was awful, terrible. I was in the forest, they do the cut the wood. And the men and all the women, the same like men, have to do the job. It was very hard.
Thousands die around you as you work. You and your compatriots have been brought here to feed Stalin's war machine. You're here to cut down the forests, build the canals, work in the factories, dig gold from the ground. These stories of yours are part of my childhood. Eventually, I stopped listening. Your stories are a burden. They make me feel responsible for your blighted life. Other things are on my mind. I'm 16, making plans. One day I flee the home you've industriously made. I'm free. I can be who I want to be. I get a job. Reporters bring in stories. I type them for the newspaper. From their stories, I learn things about the world. You have no idea where I am. I'm ashamed of you now. You're uneducated. You don't speak English. I don't want my new friends to see me with you. For a year, we have no contact. You can't bear my silence. Somehow, you find me. We make peace. But my thoughts are on the new world I've glimpsed. Your world is still Siberia. You're 17 now. You've been here a year. You think that you're doomed. But a miracle is about to happen.
A ty pamiętasz, jak one powiedzieli, że ty jesteś free i możesz pójść z Syberię?
Tak, o, ja powiedziała, thank you, grazie, grazie.
Your freedom is thanks to Hitler. Hitler has turned on his friend Stalin and attacked his Soviet army. Now Stalin has found new friends. He's joined the Allies. Soldiers are desperately needed to fight this new threat from Hitler. Eyes turn to the Poles slaving in Stalin's gulags. You and your countrymen can be even more useful. You can become an army. Stalin gives the Poles what he calls an amnesty. But there's a problem. Only men are wanted. Lucky for you, Polish men are loyal. They refuse to leave without their families. The women, children, the elderly are reluctantly included. You're free. You're given no money, no food, no transport. You're told to get yourselves to Buziwok, the Polish army's assembly point in the Volga Basin, 2,000 kilometers away. No one has a map. You follow roads, rivers, railway lines. From all over this vast land, the magical word, Buziwok, draws you and your compatriots like a magnet. Family groups band together for protection. What do you do to keep yourself safe? Perhaps those years on the streets have prepared you for this perilous journey.
We was stealing some little bit food in the market when we was walking. We try to nobody see us. When we was tired to walk, we catch the train. We were just jumping in the train, but without ticket. And then the Russian girl. And she said, tickets, tickets. Then the conductor came in and pushed us out. One girl was fall down, all in the blood, and then she died. You know, I couldn't care less when I died. I just, I don't know, I didn't remember nothing. I thought, you know, I saw so many people on the street was dead. I just jumping another side. I thought, oh, it's today and I'm tomorrow.
Against the odds, you reach Buziwok. Stalin wants you trained quickly and sent to the front line. General Anders, the new Polish army's leader, refuses. It's too cold here. People are dying. He will not send his emaciated charges to certain death. He insists on taking you to a warmer destination. Tashkent, in Uzbekistan. Stalin concedes. Uzbekistan is part of the Soviet Union. He still has control over you. You're told to keep going. In front of you, another 2,000 kilometers.
We was going and going and going. Then walking and walking, and then somebody died, and I still was walking.
I think of you sleeping in fields, in forests, by rivers, perhaps so mortally tired you're no longer afraid.
We eat grass. We make soup just from the grass. Everybody was sick, but you're more sick when you have nothing. My friend was up there, and she cooked, and I ate. That was beautiful. And she laughing. She said, "Do you like it?" I said, "Yeah, I think they're beautiful." She said to me, "That was a veal." I said, "That was good." And she, "Don't be stupid. That was a dog. Where you find the veal here?"
How do you keep your flame alive? What do you hope is beyond the horizon? It takes 6 long months to get here. You're one of the lucky ones. Most of the others haven't made it.
And I didn't know where I am. We're sleeping there just in the ground. The woman coming to me, she said, "What are you sitting in the ground here?" I said, "Because I don't know where to go."
It's soldiers the Allies want. What they get are dying refugees. Rations are handed out, but these are for the ones who have now become soldiers. They have to share these rations with their families. What do you do?
Once was standing and children wait for the food. When they have a spare, they give it to us. But you have to have a team. If you don't have it, you're bad luck. I have it, but somebody stole me. I was very hungry.
Did many people die?
Oh, many. They brought with me another woman. I know that woman before when I was sick. And then I saw him, she was so sick. I was still at her bread, but I gave it to in the hospital.
You stole her bread?
I stole her bread, yeah. And she died, that woman.
You're encouraged to find work here. This will help to feed you.
There was one Polish officer. He said, "I give you a job." He put me in a farm. But I was very, very weak. I couldn't walk much. When you're not doing enough, they put you off. And it was for 3 days. And another man came in. He said, "You're not strong enough. You're too weak. You're off from that job." I was so sorry.
Couldn't you just lie in bed for a while and get better?
No, you can't. You didn't have a bed. We didn't have a bed. We just stay in the street, out. No house, no bed.
Refugees are gradually transformed into soldiers. You're not one of them. I can only guess the reason now. Is it because you're ill with typhoid?
And I even didn't know I'm sick already. I have a temperature. I was so thirsty. And then somebody gave me a little bowl. And I was so pleased. I thought I'd go with that bowl and I have a water. I drink, I don't know how many bowls I drink water. When I walk, I have it all dark in my eyes. I didn't see nothing. I have to sit down. Then I coming back to that kitchen. Was sitting, but I couldn't walk anymore. And after I didn't remember nothing, I just have that high temperature. They find me up there. One girl, she said, "I saw they carry you there's that all the graves. They just carry you like a little child or something. They didn't need 2 people, they only one carry you. And your head was nearly touched the ground. And I didn't remember. And I said, "That's not my spirit, I'm here."
I'm in my early 20s. I've seen a new horizon. I sense there's an entry ticket. Education. I work hard, I get myself to university. I have no idea what I want to be. I find myself studying politics. I hear a word from my childhood: communist. From your stories, I know it's a bad word, a curse. For my friends, it's a good word. I'm desperate to be like them. I call myself a communist. I know what I do stabs you right in the heart. I take a risk. I tell my friends a story of your Siberia. They ask to hear more. Your stories are of interest. I'm surprised. For the first time, I see you through other people's eyes. You're still in Tashkent, getting yourself back to health. By the time you're well, there's a new threat. Stalin is worried about the new Polish army, getting stronger by the day. He wants to render it powerless, disperse your soldiers amongst his own. General Anders refuses. Stalin threatens to close the borders. The general decides. He must get you off Soviet soil. You're hastily packed onto trains and trucks, whatever transport can be found. Persia is chosen as your new destination. First, you must reach the Caspian Sea, 1,500 kilometers away. You hurry to cross the steppes and deserts of Turkmenistan. And finally arrive at the port of Krasnoyarsk. Then crammed onto packed and rusty ships, you cross this inland sea. Only when your feet touch the ground in Persia that you know you're free. Again, you're one of the lucky ones. Stalin has closed the borders, leaving thousands of your fellow travelers stranded. How many died will never be known. From all the Poles sent to the gulags of Siberia, only a fraction have made it out. And one of them is you. You're one of these people, washing, sleeping, living on the beach as your lice-infested clothes are burnt, new clothes found, and camps constructed to house you.
And then the British make it some camp for refugee in Persia.
A world away from here, Hitler seems to be winning the war. The Allies are desperate for soldiers. The Polish army grows stronger by the day. Again, you're not one of the chosen. You never told me why. I can only speculate. Is it because you can't read or write? You watch these soldiers go off to fight, filled with hope. Half of them children. They believe they'll be fighting to win back their homes in eastern Poland.
Pamiętajcie, chłopcy, że jesteście przyszłością narodu polskiego. I da Bóg, że jak najprędzej, jak wrócimy do kraju, Polska się na was nie zawiedzie.
Your soldiers give their lives to the Allied cause. But it's Stalin's vast armies that ensure the final victory. When the guns are quiet, the refugees turned soldiers discover their betrayal. The Allies have given your country to Stalin. His share of the spoils of war. And the part of Poland that belonged to those who walked out of Siberia becomes another country. Soon after, another betrayal.
Every day sees more arrivals for the Victory Parade on June the 8th, with the Queen Mary bringing a contingent from Bermuda.
When the victors of war march in celebration, the Polish soldiers are missing.
First come the forces of our allies, with the troops of the USA at their head. London gave a particular greeting to the forces of Greece in their colourful uniform.
Your countrymen are forbidden to march. The Allies don't want their friend, Stalin, upset by your presence. I learned something. Historians can tell lies. Their sins are the sins of omission. They choose what to put in, what to leave out. When I go searching for your story in the history books, the chapter on your story is missing. Some historians say this forgetting is deliberate, that those who liberate you from Siberia, then give your country away, don't want their dealings with Stalin examined. Your story is airbrushed from history. Who will remember it? I'm in my late 20s. I'm on a journey, heading for Sydney, 1,400 kilometres away from you in Adelaide. I've left communism and my old friends behind.
It would make it easier if you wanted to go to bed with us.
I'm studying film.
If I wanted to go to bed with her?
Yeah.
Yes. See if this is any help to you. What you got?
I found what I want to be, a storyteller.
Joe, is that
I look around for stories to tell. Your life is a gold mine. I plunder your life. I mask it as fiction.
34 take 2. 12 take 1. 35 take 1.
And then I try to capture your real life on film. But when I'm ready to shape my gathered pieces and tell the true story of your life, I can't finish your story. And so I abandon it. I graduate. Again, I look around for stories to tell and rob from your life once more.
Very handsome.
I tell myself this time I'll tell your story properly.
Helena, Anna, come and look at Australia.
I gather. I shape. I invent. I choose what to put in, what to leave out, and turn your truth into my fiction. You're proud of me. I secretly know I've not done your story justice.
Live across Australia from the State Theatre of the Victorian Arts Centre.
It's time to celebrate.
Now, the best achievement in direction. The nominees are...
It's Anna. She's going to have a child.
I know you should be here with me, but I can't bring myself to invite you. But what about your uncertain world? You're still stranded in Persia, along with the others who did not go off to fight. Your life is changing once more. Refugee camps have sprung up on different continents. You might have been sent to India, Mexico, or New Zealand. Your fate brings you to this strange land.
Four people in one room, and everyone had a little table, all white outside, inside, and they're like, I don't know, straw or something.
You will spend the next 6 years in this camp. You tell me these 6 years are the best of your young life.
Sometimes I work in the kitchen. They give us pocket money, but still you have to work some.
This is the earliest photo I have of you. You're in your early 20s here. You look like an ordinary woman, not the refugee you've so recently been.
A co ty pamiętasz z Afryki?
Z Afryki? Ja myślę, że ja była pregnant.
Ty byłaś pregnant?
Tak, to za się urodził.
Tak, to ja.
Your adult life is about to begin.
He was war prisoner. He was Italian. My friend, 2 friends, all have a boyfriend. I was myself. They come in, they're laughing. They said, "Oh, we have such fun." I said, "Good for you." And then they're teasing me. And then I thought one day, I said, "Okay."
This is Valdiero, your first love. He's an Italian prisoner of war. He's been captured by the British in North Africa and sent to a camp in Lusaka. You're not supposed to mix, but it seems rules are lax, especially when the war ends and plans are made for repatriation.
That's mój daddy, yes.
Jak on się nazywał?
Valdiero Giuvarelli. A co ty pamiętasz od niego?
Nie bardzo tak, bo to ja to nie bardzo mogła chodzić z nim.
Czemu nie?
Bo oni patrzyli wszystkich, gdzie kto chodził.
I co?
Come back, wołali.
Tak?
Tak.
A czemu nie chciałaś married niego?
I don't know. To było stupid, a może i dobrze, że nie chciała. I on był Italian.
To co?
To wszyscy tak gadali na mnie różnie. A jakieś szpagiety już czekają tutaj. A ona jak lata, tam jak szalona. Tak, no. Tak gadali, śmiali się. Ja mówiła szczera, wszystko tak.
A ty pamiętasz, jak on musiał jechać?
Tak.
I co się stało? Ty pamiętasz, jak ty pożegnałaś z nim?
Tak, pamiętam.
Powiedz mi, ja nigdy to nie słyszałam.
Ja była taki dostała szok, że on tak siedział i trzymał mnie i mówił, że ja muszę let jego go, bo to nie możesz tak, bo to nie wolno jemu, bo on jest w wojsku. On był w armii. I jak byli aresztowali, że on był ze mną, którzy mnie puścili. Pozwolili mu z powrotem pójść. Tak. I on mówił, że jak tylko będzie on wolny, bo teraz mu już zabrali wszystko, jemu już, to my będziemy razem.
The love of your life is put on the last train of prisoners of war to leave Lusaka, 10 days before I'm born. I realize something. I'm the first thing you have that belongs to you.
When he gone, he wrote me from Italy, but I have to ask somebody to read me.
It's 4 years since the war has ended. The camps are closing. Your paradise will vanish soon. You must decide where to go. There's no way you're going back to your homeland where there's no one waiting. You're looking forward. England is where you want to go. That's where your friends are going. But England will not take unmarried mothers. Australia is more generous. Australia wants us. I have no memory of the boiling summer's day that you and I arrive in Australia.
I was really scared when I come in. Couldn't speak English. It was very hot weather when I come in. They come in, when we get off from the ship, there was trucks standing, you know, loaded people in the trucks to the train. I thought, oh, not much different from Africa.
We find ourselves in this sleepy town, Dongara, hundreds of kilometres from anyone you know.
I was cleaning in a convent. Then from Dongara, I was very lonely because wasn't very many people, not many people Polish over there, and I was myself.
You and Valdiero have kept writing. You wait for him to join us. Then you get a letter from Italy. It's not from Valdiero. It's a letter written to you by his wife.
On poszedł ode mnie. On okłamał mnie. On był żonaty i przyszedł do mnie.
I remember so many things about this town. The smell of the grass, the flood I was frightened of. I don't remember your distress. But from the stories you will tell me one day, I'll know that you, the woman who once went to hell and survived, was finally demolished by the betrayal of a man.
I was very upset. And the doctor came in and told the sister they just have to send me back to another place where it's Polish community.
You struggle to rebuild your life. You find good friends. Then they head to Adelaide. They've heard there's work there. You can't bear to be left alone. We follow your friends across the Nullarbor Desert. And finally, after all your years of wandering, we reach the town that becomes home to you. And it's here that you abandon me. I'm in my early 30s. I'm not sure of this shiny new world I've embraced. My personal life is a mess. I choose the wrong men. Somewhere inside, I blame you. At the heart of my life is a puzzle. My missing father. The real one. You told me he died. I never believed you. I go searching. To your dismay, my search takes me to Valdiero's doorstep. A piece of my life's jigsaw falls into place. I'm welcomed. I find a sister. I learn that Valdiero met your rival only on his return to Italy from Africa. I sense it was his mother who destroyed your dream. Valdiero's bride knew nothing of you or of me before she found your letter to her new husband. She wrote to you from the heart, one woman to another, each with a problem. You destroyed her letter and never replied. I ask myself now, was my journey to Italy the first steps of my journey back to you?
A ty pamiętasz te budynki?
To nie jest sam to.
Tak, tak.
Tutaj, tak?
No.
Nie, nie pamiętam.
Nie pamiętasz, tak? Ja pamiętam, jak ja czekałam tutaj na werandy na ciebie.
Ja nie przychodziła dużo, przychodziła.
Every Sunday.
Prawda?
Tak.
I listen to your stories with new ears.
When I come to Adelaide, I couldn't find a job because Sophie was small. I didn't like it in a hotel or somewhere with the children. And then somebody told me some convent here. Then I brought Sophie here. Oh, that was my heart breaking. When I have to live with her here. And then when I come in home, we was asking somebody, say that is an orphanage, not just school. That is for the children which one didn't have a parents. And that was even worse for me.
Did you try to get her out of the orphanage once you found out what it was?
Oh, I try hard. I try anything to when I looking for another place where somebody will look after for me. But nobody wants me.
Now, finally, your stories make sense. In my heart as well as my head. It was a different time then. Illegitimate. A word from my childhood. A word that is whispered, not spoken.
Yes, I wasn't married mother. That was the trouble. See, the people reject you when you're not married and you have a baby. That I was. Reject.
You're watched. You're worried. Children can be taken from mothers like you. You can't speak English. The job you find is at night washing dishes. You have no one to look after me. You're faced with an unbearable choice. And surrender the one thing you have that belongs to you. I think of your 2 years without me, your Sunday visits. Am I your burden through these years, or your salvation?
And how did you finally get her out? What did you have to do?
And then I married. I married to my husband, and I took her straight away. Then I thought, if I married, I have my own place, and I take it from orphanage. I will have everything mine, everything belonged to me. Then I was working, and I thinking I will marry and we buy some house. I will have all the furniture, everything what I like it. And then I took Sophia home.
Was it hard to find a husband?
No, it was many men, but I was looking for the good one, good father for Sophia. Ja tylko za to wyszło za mąż, żeby sobie zawiązać i mieć u siebie.
Tak? A co ty mówiłaś do Juliana?
Od Julian później on nie wierzył z początku, ale później mówił, ależ to ty byłaś very smart. Ja myślałam, że ty chciałaś wyjść za mąż, że ty chciałaś dla Zosi tylko zrobić. A ja mówię, ja chciałam zrobić dla wszystkich nas, dla obydwa. I on wtedy mówił, to nic, a ja myślę, ja jeszcze jego nie lubiłam z początku, ja tak z musu wyszła zawsze.
Tak. Czemu nie lubiałaś?
A to no, czegoś nie chcę. Nie miałam takiego pociągu do niego nic. To właśnie. I on wiedział później, on mówił do mnie, tyś tylko wyszła za mąż, żeby miała dziecko. Ty nie potrzebowała mnie. Ja mówię, no jak ty wiedział tak wszystko, to czuję to wszystko. A mój ja byłam stupid. I wtedy, well, never mind, I forgive you.
And so do I. Can I ask the same of you?
Że ty dałaś mnie do orphanage,
tak.
I później jak ja dałam...
Jak ty urosła Olga, to ty dała mnie do orphanage.
Your story has a happy ending.
I have everything, I'm not hungry now. All the family, house, job, and husband. I'm happy.
I figure it out. I find a good man. I have my own family. I do my duty as a mother and as a daughter. I make my own mistakes, which are the ones that my son will remember. Now, when I think of your stories, I see that they're my stories. They tell me who I am. And I know you now. You're the woman who was once sent to hell and came out with love in her heart.
When I came to Australia, I said, I never leave from here when I die. When I say prayer, I say Australia. God say Australia, and all the children and all people. And they be not sick, they not be hungry. Because I don't want another country. That's my first and the last.
Fajnie tak na słońcu.
Ja myślę, że przeszkadzam.
Zupełnie nie przeszkadzasz. No, przyszłam zobaczyć ciebie.
Ja już tak myślę, że już długo nie będę.
Tak? Czemu tak myślisz?
I don't know, tak czuję.
Tak czujesz, tak?
Czuję, żeby powiedzieć sobie goodbye.
Taki piękny dzień dzisiaj.
Ja już czekam, kiedy nie będzie finish.
Tak?
Tak.
I czemu?
Chcę umrzeć.
Chcesz umrzeć?
Tak.
Czemu?
Potrzebny jestem.
Potrzebny.
This is your real story. It's a love story.